I lied about who my baby daddy is, but he's close to finding out. I met and dated Jeff for our final 2 years of undergraduate. We were happy together and we planned to get married. However, Jeff got cold feet about getting married and eventually becoming a father due to abandonment issues from his bio dad leaving, so he broke up with me. I had a great job in California, so I stayed in hopes that Jeff would come to his senses and we'd get back together. We never did. He met Grace and started dating her about 5 months after we broke up. I started planning on moving back to my home state once I realized it was actually over. Then he and Grace broke up at the beginning of this year. Jeff and I ended up sleeping together a few times while they were broken up. About a week after the last time we had intimacy, he told me that he and Grace were getting back together. He said he couldn't remain friends with me because he still had feelings for me and he had to let them fade to be fair to Grace. His final words to me were to not call him unless I was literally dying and just wanting to say goodbye. 2 weeks after I had returned home, I found out that I was pregnant. It's Jeff''s.I. Didn't want to use a pregnancy to get a man back, so I deleted all my social media accounts and made new ones that don't have my name attached to them. Early in my pregnancy, I checked out Jeff and Grace's profiles and saw that they refer to each other as Lamal, and Jeff even had a picture of them captioned saying he was going to marry that girl. That broke me all over again, and I have since blocked them both and decided I had to move on with my life. I'm now 6.5 months pregnant. Since moving back, I have bought my own house in my home state and have been busy building a nursery for my baby. I already love this little baby in my belly, and I feel 100% confident that I can raise and provide for him on my own with minor help from my family. I was invited to a wedding months from now but can't attend because the baby would be born by then, so I decided to fly out to see my friends and offer my congratulations to the couple before my life becomes baby-centric. I got into town on Thursday and honestly had a blast seeing all my friends. They did post some pictures of me online, but nothing that would give away my pregnancy. I went to the store with my friend days later, and as we were getting ready to leave, I saw Jeff's cousin Tanya. I didn't like her because she was a bit too gossipy for me. So of course she was the last person I wanted to see. The first thing she did was loudly announce that I was pregnant. Then she starts grilling me, asking if Jeff knows. I said no and that he doesn't need to know as it's not his. That was a lie, obviously. Tanya tells me with how big my belly is that I'm far along and asks how I could move on so quickly. I told her that Jeff and I broke up a long time ago. She responded saying that everyone knows we were still hooking up at the beginning of this year. I did not know that was common knowledge. I figured Jeff would have kept his mouth shut about that. I lied and told her that I already had a new boyfriend and that I was 5 months pregnant. She seemed to accept that and awkwardly congratulated me. My friend and I left immediately after that. Tanya is a gossip, so of course she went and ran her mouth about seeing me pregnant just a few hours later. A bunch of my friends have messaged me saying that Jeff is blowing up their inboxes trying to reach me. None of them have told him my new number or social media, so he has no way of reaching me himself. My flight back home isn't for another 2 days and I'm freaking out. Some of my friends are saying that I should just tell him the truth now that he knows I'm pregnant. I still say I can get by pretending it's someone else's and that I'm not far enough along for it to be his. I honestly just want to ignore him and go back home. However, I'm having some doubts that that's the right choice and there isn't a consensus on what to do.